So what me say?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh. Yo, boom, yo. From morning we wake up, yeah, yeah. And them must say the same stuff, yeah, yeah. Them now go change us, yeah, yeah. Them could never change us, yeah, yeah.
If you don't know, this is Vital's new tune, so wake up.
Them must say the same stuff, yeah, yeah. Them now go change us, yeah, yeah. Them could never change us. Them must have things that just come.
I like they put the lyrics on the video, so.
Yeah, I'm gonna make it into actual lyric video for YouTube and then do the video whenever the actual video. Alright, right in pat with lyrics. So. Bro, Finley, F-I-M-E.
And I didn't clock that in it.
The lyrics
One
on.
extra, two extra, three extra. Obviously, I didn't.
That's why I did it,
clock
bro. 'Cause it obviously, it just sounds like I'm saying stuff.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah.
you get what I mean? I'm gonna go
Yo.
to 8 still. What's that?
Yeah, you already know. I would have said I was bare happy when to hear you jump back on the.
So I should tell them how about the tune a little bit. So,
Yeah.
So I did a tune. I was like clipping bits on Snap and stuff like that. Juice popped up and he's like, "Yo, put auto tune on it." I'm like,
Not too much.
So by him saying that, I just put a little piece on there and I was like, it makes no difference. A little bit more, because obviously with auto tune, like you do the key that it's in, and then you have the level of how much, and then also like the pitch if it's going higher or low.
Yeah,
So there's bare factors in there in it. Then you can make it natural, you can make it automated, bare factors. You can make it sound very T-Painy, or you can make it fix your vocal. If that makes sense. So I
That's
just
what
made
Rams
it.
did, yeah. Fix his vocal.
Yeah. So I just made it fix my vocal a little bit, but to be honest, I sound the same.
Yeah.
It just sounds cleaner. You know what I'm trying to say? Like,
Yeah, I hear what you're saying still.
so the only time you probably hear me, if I was to perform that, there's like a high note at the end I cannot do. Like I can do, but I'd have to stop the music and give me 5 seconds. And then, you know what I'm trying to say? Like, so,
You know the ones where they move the mic away?
yeah, bruv. Listen, this is why man do it, you know. And let the PA do its thing in the background. And like, I did it over there in live, bruv. I did a show for Maccabee in it, and I got to that note. I was like, oh man, I was like, I thought, yo, I even tried, bro. But you see, like, if a man knows their level of singing, then you know what you can do.
Yeah.
What you say about Rams?
Rams, man.
Bad, bro.
It was nervous, man.
I don't think he's nervous. I just think everything's moving so fast, and he's been put in a position like, yo,
Yeah.
go ahead, perform the song. It's one extra, it's gonna be fine.
Yeah.
And then bam.
That's
You know what I'm
nice.
gonna say? Like, I feel like if someone spoke to him and said, yo, you know, you like, you have to kind of sing it a certain way. So either you bring it down a bit, and then just keep it on a safe zone.
Yeah.
Or you keep the PA in there, just keep the PA. If you can do that, keep it there. Because people want to see you and hear the song. They don't want to hear nothing that sounds left in it, whatever. But you never know, because it's happened to me certain times. Like I've tried something, I've been put in a position, and I wasn't prepared to do whatever it might be. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, so,
Yeah.
I hear that.
I don't know, man. It happens, man. But big him up anyway, because he's winning, man.
Yeah.
Absolutely
Yeah,
winning.
man.
So, why have you made the dancehall again?
I've never started making dancehall. It's just what I put out.
Why you releasing dancehall again? Yeah.
So the last project I had officially was Clean Arts Only. The last-ish song on there was called Lisa. It's a dancehall project song. It was made with me and Be Nice. I've been performing it most of last year at like Simmer Down Festival. We did UK Sting start of the year in Worcester. And I think it's all, I got vibes in it. The vibe felt right. It felt better. It felt okay. It felt accepted again. It felt good. Yeah, it felt like that's the kind of music I should be investing my time into again. And it's not a thing where I'm like, man, I jump in genres. I just make music, bro. So if I'm making rock, I'm making rock, bro. I don't care what no one says or what no one feels. I'm just gonna do whatever feels right, whatever I feel like I want to do. And the 3 genres that I move from or play into is grime, rap, hip hop, and dancehall. So then, bam. For the last, maybe from December, I've made about 15 dancehall tunes, different ones. Not all finished, I just started at least, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
And then that was the last tune I made, which was like, probably made like, whenever you set on Snap, I made it like 2 days before that.
Yeah.
Completed it. And then once you spoke about like the auto-tune and stuff, tweaked it, played it to other people, and then just put a date on it kind of thing and then put it out kind of thing, you know what I mean?
So, So why do you make music? Because you just said you make whatever makes you happy, but why do you feel like you make music?
I think that's the only thing. If I don't make music, I go insane, bro. 100% go insane.
Yeah.
Like, you see people that do 9 to 5s and they feel satisfied, or people that, I don't know, go gym and let energy. If I don't, that's like what that's my release.
Yeah.
Man that smoke weed on weekends, I just make a tune. Like, I don't have to go boy racing at night. Like, I just make a tune. Anything's wrong, I make a tune. It don't even have to be about what's stressing me. Yeah. Just make a tune and I'm good for the next week. And if I perform, that's like another level of it. So imagine making something that was not in your head a week ago, and then you perform it in front of 100 people, 1,000 people, and they like it. Yeah. It's a weird...
Yeah,
it's a
like
weird thing.
Euphoria,
and especially because I don't go to a studio anymore. Like, I just do my thing in my own setting. Okay. So it's not even like I've got influences from different people, which is a good thing, don't get me wrong, but it's like it's all me. It's all in my head. It's whatever I've experienced in the previous day that comes in a freestyle form onto a beat. I mix it down and then I play it to myself 100 times. Play it to Tom, Dick, Harry, or whatever, and they, you know what I mean? And it's just like bam, then it's a thing.
So it's your full expression of how you feel at the time. It's a full expression.
The only thing I don't make is the beats.
Yeah.
And even then, if I'm with Hex, like, I haven't, but I could have, like, Ends Whistling. It's probably the only time where I've actually had any kind of input in the beat. So me and Jinx made a tune, and I made a tune to the same beat, but it's Jinx's beat, so I had to change up, kind of thing. Went to Hex, he remade the beat around my vocal right next to me, kind of thing. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, so that's the only time I've done it, but you're right, it's the full effect overall.
When to go back though, like, because I get it, because it's like, obviously when I used to make music as well, I was making it for that, like, for the release, you know, the feel good feel, but like, releasing music is a whole different game, I feel like. And I've thought, like, Wesley will said the same to me, like, I love making music, but putting out music and promoting music and videos and that's the headache part of it. But, like, obviously everyone knows you've been doing it since consistently grinding, and it's like, I don't know, do you get the same feel good feeling from that, or is it a different reason?
The only thing that happens is that the older you get, there's more responsibilities, so your time management is different, the amount or the type of things you do. So I used to work quite hard, now I just work smarter, so I can have more time. So instead of putting out 6 tunes and and telling people, make sure you subscribe to that and now I just focus on one thing. So right now, Wake Up is the thing. The next month and a half, you only hear me talk about Wake Up. And I remember when I put out Love for Grime in 2014 or 15, I don't know, one of them, all I did was focus on that tune, and that's my biggest tune. Biggest view, biggest plays, biggest streams, biggest everything in it. So I've been saying since that release that I'm gonna do that again, but I do fall into the space of I've got 10 songs, I've got 15. All right, let me take away 5 of these and make a mixtape, or let me do this, or I got a tour, let me do this tour. So because of all these things that happen after the fact of making music, sometimes I can lose my way, and I openly say that. And when I say lose my way, I follow opportunities, I chase opportunities, and I forget, wait, what am I trying to do? Am I releasing a CD? Or, you know what I'm gonna say? Like, so
I hear that still.
It happens.
Ignore that.
That's a little, I can see it.
Yeah, I know. That's for the Did You See segment that's gonna come in later. Okay. So whenever Spot walks out the room,
things go haywire in it.
Yo, Spot.
Yeah. No.
It's not recording. We just played the Did You See in it.
It don't matter now. No, it's what happened now.
Yeah, good. So, right. Yeah, man, because, like, I know it's stress, like.
Man should have snapped that stuff.
Yeah, the whole releasing music, that's why you know me, I ain't really released nothing since 2012, really, like.
You know, you make me laugh, because you'll say it like with the most honesty, but you're bending at the same time. Nah, but you put out the
I put out the Montel Carter thing,
but it's like it don't count, bro.
Nah, it counts. You know what it was? Because that one was like the Montel Carter thing was weird, because it's like, obviously we was doing music way back.
Whatever,
And then it's like, at the start of the year, we was like, let's do another CD. So obviously we did the CD, but me, I was like pushing them, okay, let's do a video, let's do that, And then obviously at the time, everyone was like, yeah. But like you said, when time management and all that gets into it, and when it comes to the end of the day, man, they're like, nah, I don't want to do video. Nah, I don't want to do performance.
The thing is, people look at money, like it's everything, which, like, it's not that it's everything, it's just like one of the main things you have to think about. But it's like, for example, if let's say 2 of your crew members have got utes, one each, both got a ute, and then another one's got a girlfriend, another one's got a sick mum. Music becomes way down on the priority list, innit?
Yeah.
I have to give so much thanks. That's why I'm always like, give thanks, bless,
Yeah.
I say these words not because it's in my vocabulary, it's because I'm really mean them, bro. Because like, my mum's fine. My mum had cancer and she's fine right now. I've got everyone around me is fine. People, like some girl died the other day, Jasmine. Like that's a madness.
Who?
Like one young
11-year-old girl.
Oh yeah,
and then someone at the barbershop got his hand chopped. Like these things happen. I don't know these people though, so it's like it sounds bad, but I give thanks that like my family's okay.
Yeah.
My family. So why am I stressing? Like why am I letting things get to me? Why would I say I need to do that or like I'm like no, let me just focus on me. Hence why I always end up most of the time doing things on my own because I have a show and I'll get a couple man. I'm gonna name names, but I'll get a couple man to be involved on it. But then, like, they might cancel, and I just understand it because everyone goes through stuff. You know what I'm gonna say? Like, never gonna say, "Yo, bro, you wasn't there when I asked it." No, man, like, live your life.
Things happen,
live your life.
You have to understand.
Live your life. Everyone's different. Even down to my brother, who I know him. If he said, "Yo, I can't do that," I'm like, "Cool, bro, do your thing, man," because I see you doing whatever you're doing, and I'm happy for you.
Yeah.
Just make sure you're happy. If you're happy, that's what that matters. You know what I'm gonna say? Like,
yeah. You know what's weird then? Because it's like I know you in it. So when obviously been following the music. Yeah. So when, like I said, Love for Grime was 2014 and that.
I think so, yeah.
I think you did a few things like the Don't Lie to Yourself and that was after that, innit?
Yeah.
Yeah. But then when you did
Love for Grime remix or
well, Powers, I'm going
Powers,
to
yeah.
Powers now, yeah. It was like
a new energy, man.
That was big stuff.
Like a different energy, but I don't have to say it. It was almost like
say it, bro.
It's like reflective. You was a lot more reflective on it.
That's all it was, bro. I swear.
And then to a point where, because that's the kind of music I like easily. I like Kendrick and that. It's like really reflective. Yeah. So like when you did that, popped up to you, I said, "Yo, I love this." You get me because I feel like people don't see that side of you.
It's because I got.
People haven't seen that side of you until then. You know what I mean?
Because I do, without being big-headed, I do so much and have done so much, and I'm always doing so much. I just use that opportunity to show everyone everything. Yeah. Bear in mind, I had like a 5-minute segment of just Bashment, and I did like 7 Bashment tunes, bro, that all did things for me. Just in 7 minutes, and my whole set was an hour, bro. Like, if you deep that, like, and I'm just from Wolves, I ain't necessarily broke them all in America or London like that. That's just the stuff I've done locally in West Midlands, and maybe some other places in Spain when I've gone near France or whatever. So it's like, I remember like me and Kingpin, or me initially, then me and Kingpin, I was just sitting there thinking, yo, what tunes? And I was like, all of them. All of them, but all of them in a way that makes sense. So Still Don't Care was the first tune because the energy, like I thought about energy, I thought about purpose, I thought about end results. Dead or Dying had to be last regardless, just because to me that's the biggest tune I've ever made. It doesn't matter about views and that, I just mean what it means, what it does, what people say about it. And then the vibe of it, I think that's my most effective tune in the sense of you could be a road man, you could be a little you could be an old person, you're gonna like that tune. You might not bump it every day, but you're gonna like it when I perform it. You're gonna sing along, you're gonna understand what I'm talking about, you're gonna say, yo, he's got a bag of mad flow. Like there's everything in that tune, besides even like a little pat with twang, not pat with directly, but everything's in there. So for me, that was my biggest tune, and that's why like you are right. It's it was almost like 10 years later. This is what I'm on.
Do you think by having music like that, that's your purpose, to leave an impact on someone?
I think you have to, man, because fun songs no one cares about at a funeral. Like, you know, fun songs no one cares about when they're reminiscing. Yeah. And I feel like that's what sticks in people's heads, and people will go back and say, yo, he made da-da-da-da-da. Like, the reason why people love Lauryn Hill is because she has songs that just you can grow with and live with, and Michael Jackson grow and live with. But like, no disrespect, but maybe a Taylor Swift in 20 years, no one's gonna give a toss, even though she's one of the biggest artists right now.
Hot right now.
You know what I'm trying to say? Because she's doing relationship songs that are almost like very mediocre on a very basic level.
Pop don't get deep.
You know what I'm gonna say? Like, pop don't get deep, bro. That's a tune right there, bro. Pop don't get deep. So that kind of vibe there.
I'll make you ain't
But that's it. No, you're right though. That's it. I think you're right.
Because it's weird. It's like,
but there's a balance.
Powers was 2016.
Bro. No. The release. Yeah, I got confused. Yeah,
2016.
December.
Was it? December.
And then the show was April 2017.
And then Clean Hearts Only was October, innit?
September, and then I released
September 5th.
Yeah, 4th. I think I said it's coming out the 4th, But it actually came out the 8th because when I submitted the CD, it was a bit too late.
Yeah.
So yeah.
But I feel like it's a bit weird because obviously you've had. I'm gonna call it nonsense in between. I don't want to talk about the nonsense. I don't really want to. I don't want to talk about that. I don't want to talk about nonsense.
Yeah, go on.
No, I not even doing that. But obviously you've had nonsense in between, so I feel like
What's that to?
Clean Arts Only.
in Vital's career, that's just been a weird period.
Yeah.
I'd say like
has.
me over analyzing things as I do. That's been a weird period between Powers and Clean Hearts Only. It almost seems like you've been like frustrated a bit.
You know what's mad? I'm happy you say that because it's not that. It definitely isn't that. It's you have to understand. Victim was made.
But I'm not talking about that. I'm just talking about the subject matter.
No, I know what you're saying, but you have to understand where it
Victim.
comes from. Like because I didn't just wake up after Powers and make something. That tune was there a year before, ready, waiting, just for the fun factor. Not because I have any real hate against anyone. Well, I don't like him, but not because I have any real hate. But I just mean like it was almost like, let me see what this does. I've showed people my good side. I show people my fun side. I show people my depressed side. Have people ever seen me like really hurt someone, like hurt their feelings? And the reason I say that because like years ago, me and I'm not gonna name his name, like had like a little clashing thing, and this is like a little I can't remember, I don't know, probably like 14, 15, 16, I don't know. But like that was the only time man have ever seen me like diss someone in like it's like 4 bars and I hurt man's feelings in it. So I was like, bro, I remember when that happened, that was like a weird vibe, exactly the feeling that you're talking about now. Not that I want that feeling, but music is about provoking people, bro. Like, and I'm in a space where I'm not necessarily putting thousands into my music. I'm just working off energies and seeing what happens and rare. So it was just a trial and error, bro. Like, for me, nothing like that is never going to be like a real beef thing. Because, man, I don't do them things. And if you want to come fight me, but that's not my energy. I don't give off that energy. Like, I don't think I do anyway. And you have to understand, the reason why it's called Victim is because most people, you would choose a victim. It's not like I just said, oh, who can I diss today? Like, oh, I'm sorry, randomly, I'm going to diss him. I chose somebody to violate that I could. It's almost like getting away with it, like a bank robbery. I got away with kind of thing. But it was all like, it's like an experiment. That's the best way to explain it. There's no real frustration like, oh, I'm upset. This happened.
No, but I think you got it wrong. I'm not even talking about those tunes, you know.
Oh, well, you know about
I'm talking about just generally from
After
Theory
to
Release to Jeremy Corbyn.
I'm
talking about that vibe.
Shame.
You know what I mean? I don't care about the beef tunes, man. I like
cool.
like both of you get me. That meant nothing to me because I've seen you both in the same room. So.
Yeah, bro.
You get
we
me?
had a wedding together, bro. Like,
exactly. So that to me,
bro.
that just means nothing. I'm talking about the subject matter from Theory to Release
like
to Jeremy Corbyn, even White Lies. Like, that's
okay.
not the Vital that I know.
That's mad, you know. No one's ever asked me that because I always feel like, you see them tunes, I feel like I can...
generic. It's
Hardfood. I feel like I can sometimes put them tunes out, and you know what I say about expressing?
Yeah.
That's the tunes I express in and try to get away with and hope no one asks me about. That makes sense. So like, I got a tune called Adele, Hello remix.
Yeah.
That's probably the deepest second deepest I've ever spoke. And I got one over Justin Bieber's Where Are You Now? And I talk about how my mom, someone ran up on my mom in my house and beat on my mom and how my mom, like, bare madness in it. But them tunes, it's hard for me to talk about.
Yeah.
So I have to put them in a song, but I almost put them in there, then move on. Like, you know what I'm trying to say? Like, I just move on.
Uncomfortable.
You know what I'm trying to say? He's uncomfortable. But okay, he said Jeremy Corbyn. So Jeremy Corbyn was made literally after Powers. The song was actually called After Powers, but I renamed it Jeremy Corbyn just so people can click it. That's literally the only reason, like a clickbait thing. And ironically, when Clean Arts come out for the first 2 weeks, it was the highest stream song, and I was like, oh, that's mad. Anyway, so I'm trying to remember lyrics. So what I was talking about? That was me. Can I go? So that I think it's always about me reminiscing about either sad things or questionable things, and like Theory was more like talking. It's like an advice to artists. That's what that is. It's like you want to. You know what I mean? You want to be an artist. You know you're gonna go broke in it. Like if you really want to put your heart into it, you will go broke. Like be happy with that. Be comfortable with that.
Yeah.
I've been broke many times, but I've also had loads of money many times, and it's almost like finding a balance and then trying to build and have momentum in that respect. What else? Release now.
Grace and blessings are upon us.
Have you got them flows right?
Yeah, this part I think.
What's your dough like?
You're not gonna pull us down.
You might go broke, right? Commit on your time, not just most nights. Right over the wrist, now and then, nah for your whole life.
Nah, for the whole life.
It could be a slow grind. You might get no dough, you might get no life.
The word says, no weapon from against me shall
DMX
prosper.
is
So
in
no
there,
matter
put him
what
in
they
there from
think, no
Breakfast
matter
Club.
what they make, no
Doing
matter
his
what they
prayer
try,
singing, and I really
by the power of the
liked it.
word,
And I thought, you know, I'm just put it in there and see what happens.
Let's do this. Yo,
Just worked, man.
I just want to talk.
And it's like,
Yeah.
so obviously, like I said, I'm just watching everything you get me.
Yeah.
I'm a watcher. So it just don't seem like you've been happy. You get me?
I'm happy you said that.
Like,
I think that's what I'm saying. I think
and
it's.
okay, to even say this as well. When I seen you at the show in Birmingham, me and you spoke. But even before that, because I went up to her before you performed, didn't it? And I asked you about the nonsense that was going on Facebook.
It's the way you asked though, man. That's what the way you asked me
I'm
made
just-
me react like
I'm
that.
just forward.
Because that idiot girl, she was like, imagine if I go on your status
Yeah.
and tell you, why don't you support my man? It makes, it's like, bro, you don't even know, man. Like,
Yeah.
you don't know me. Like me and the girl that she's speaking about, we spoke in DMs. I said, please come to the SBTV thing. I beg you, please come.
Yeah.
I want rules. You know how I am.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I want everyone to be involved. That's how I am always. To the point that I jeopardize my things most of the time. For you to come on my status and act like a little facio, like I don't respect that, innit? So she spoke, then spoke again. Then spoke. I'm like, yo, now you're making me look like I'm trying to ignore something. Bear in mind, I'm messaging her saying, call me, speak to me right now, talk to me right now. So I'm like, all right, cool. So you don't want to talk. I know the other girls looking as well who we're talking about. So let me just give you what you want, innit?
Yeah.
And let me just terrorize everything. So I'm gonna list everything I've done to make you guys realize how stupid you look.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter how it makes me look, because in that moment I didn't care. To this point, I still don't care. You know what I'm trying to say? So that was my way of doing that. And what's cool is for me is that things like that, all they do is bring out. Can I swear? All they do is bring out the fuckers out of people, innit?
Yeah.
And that made me think, oh, bam, cool, clean arts only. Don't want certain people around me anymore. Don't even want you to even talk to me anymore. And I'm happy with going to a place and seeing one pagan there, another pagan there, another pagan there, but just knowing that the pagans, as opposed to not knowing.
Yeah.
I was in the Essex show and I seen 3 pagans around me, bro.
I was there.
You was next to me. Just know there's a pagan there, there's a pagan there, there's a pagan there. I felt so comfortable knowing who they were.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
As opposed to being
that makes a
around,
lot of
man.
sense, knowing-
As opposed to
yeah.
being around, man. A man, I don't mind if man talk me. That's cool. But if you really don't like me, brother, I would like to know. Because I don't want to keep. I don't
You know
want
where
to
you
help you.
stand. You know where you stand. You
I don't
know
want to help you
what
with
go on in the
because I help too
future.
much people, bro. I don't want to help nobody that don't like me, or not even don't like me, but don't respect me at least. You don't have to like me. You don't have to like my music. But just respect what I'm doing, because I'm doing it for your little cousin.
Yeah.
I'm doing it for your little brother. Like, you know what I'm trying to say? Like, so.
You know, so Adrian, I seen him now, yeah.
Who?
Eh?
What'd you say? Sorry.
I was talking about Adrian, right?
Oh, yeah.
So I seen you now, yeah. I seen like performing at one place. He was performing, I was just there.
Sucky 10 thing.
Was that what it's called?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Suki
Suki
Tensi, yeah.
So I've seen what I want to now, yeah. So me being me, it's a straight question, isn't it?
Yeah.
I said, yo, what's going on Facebook, man? You looking mad, so what's going on? He's like, what do you mean? I'm like, fam, like I know you don't usually react like that, so because you're reacting like that, everyone's
something's
looking
up,
at it like, yo,
You don't
what
normally
what-
do
what
that.
you get me? So then man God, I forgot what you said, but the energy was like, and then the call back to the stage, 1 sec. I jumped to the stage, performed angry. Still don't care. I was like, still sick performance. Sick.
Thank you.
But I felt like I inspired that
That was on me.
Man got heated in his response like, he's like, 1 sec. Jumped to the stage. I said, yo, I'm fucking vital, yeah. Jumped to the stage, tore it down, son. I was watching, I was like, yo, it's a big boy performance. And then we spoke afterwards. But I feel like I inspired that performance. But
You know
I'm
what? You might
taking
have
credit.
actually inspired it in the wrong way though, but it worked out good.
Yeah.
Because I don't like necessarily being angry on the stage.
Nah, but
it's more the idea like, is that what man thinks? Is that what other people think? F that. You know who I am?
Yeah.
Like it's some, and I'm
no, but
yeah.
that's good because it's like, it's like not to say, I'm just gonna say it still. Like you kind of been like,
Too nice.
yeah,
You went to charged
like
up, yeah.
Vital's like
A nice person.
the nice guy,
That's
kind
the
of
whole-
safe.
That's the whole point of like this space. Not the part that I realized you're talking about, like theory and release and stuff.
Yeah.
But the other part of it, it was almost like I've been the nice person, I've been the fun person.
Yeah.
But you know when you got that nice uncle you take it for granted sometimes, innit?
Yeah.
But when he does something mad, you're like, "Wow, your
Right,
uncle,
you pay
uncle's
attention.
angry."
Yeah,
So I just made man pay attention. That's all it is. I made man
Yeah.
and they're still paying attention now, whether they openly do it or they don't, bro. Because I can, like, you just tell from conversations, with people that shouldn't know certain stuff that, yo, right, you're watching me like that. Because I only told Steve and Chris, why do you know about it?
Yeah,
Or, you know what I'm trying to say, or
yeah.
whatever. Or I might, just little things that I do so much indirect things to see who's watching. And I only know from when they speak back to me or when they do something themselves. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, but it's good, it's okay, it's nice.
So did I inspire you or like?
The reason I say in a wrong way is because it's like it had me question. I don't like. You see, I hate going to perform when I've got questions in my head about anything. I should go in there with a clean mind. So I ain't gonna like. If I knew you was gonna talk to me like that, I wouldn't have spoke to you till after.
Yeah.
Because then I would have been a bit more clear. I didn't mess up or anything, but it throws me off. It throws me off. But you haven't seen performing years, bro.
I've seen it at the Power Show.
Powers and that, between that I've done like 15, 20 performances.
And clips.
Clips don't count, don't
Nah,
count.
but
I post things to promote, not to show what I'm performing.
Okay, fair enough,
You know
fair
what I mean?
enough.
Like,
But okay,
'cause I'm not going to post, did I post the Sucky 10C thing? No, because there's too much swearing in there. I'm not trying to promote the idea of that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I see what you're saying.
it was sick.
yeah,
Like, but then it's like,
that's why you have to come see me perform. That's when you'll get the energies from.
no, but I've seen you perform.
No, not you, anyone.
Oh yeah. It's like, but like that performance that you did there was just like, you know, okay, even that. I was in the crowd now, and there was about 4 girls in front of me, and it's like, I heard them say like, "Oh, who's this? It's really good," and it's just like, not to say that the other performers didn't get it, but it was a bit like, you own the stage, you get me? When you own it, you make people want to
be
you know what I mean?
involved,
You know what I mean? So he's like, "Oh, who's this? Yeah, it's really good." I was like, "Yeah, it's from Wolfstar for my bits." He's like, "Yeah, it was
I know it.
He's like, yeah, I've bought it. I don't even know. I was like, yeah. And it's just like obviously, I'm always supporting, no matter how I'm asking questions or popping up or whatever. I'm always in support.
I think I just cater for different things and different. Like, for example, I got a festival that I'm doing in Liverpool in May, so my energy there is gonna vary on the crowd. I'm gonna have 2 or 3 set lists ready.
Yeah.
Look at the crowd and say, okay, it's that one. That's what they want.
Yeah, but I
could be wrong, but
obviously not saying like telling you how to do what you do.
No, I
but
respect.
Obviously,
I listen, man.
When you speak like you own it and you command in that respect already, people are gonna respect it. You know what I mean?
Facts.
So I don't know. I just liked it. I like the fact that it was like.
So you're trying to say you're gonna follow him to every performance? Tell me, yo, Aki, that's mad on
If you want me to, you can.
Turn PA for man.
Oh gosh, man.
So, who do you make music for?
Yeah.
Myself.
With saying that, does the response really matter to you? Because you're making it for you?
For example, okay, when I was 16 to 21, no. 21 to being 26 now, it's like I want to ensure that I can continue to make money off it and the money grows.
Yeah.
But I can do things to sacrifice it and only care about me, or I can do things to better it and almost maybe belittle my dream a little bit. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So it's like I have to find the balance, or I could just take a plunge and say, you know, I'm going to sign to them, man. I'm going to get this amount of money. I'm going to do that. Bam, and in a year, I'm going to start actually making music I like. So I'm still in a place of always thinking about what I should do, because offers and things and conversations and meetings pop up, and I'm like, yeah, I should do this. Then I'm like, nah, I'm cool. Then it's almost like I'm shooting my, cutting off my nose to spite my face, whatever, because it's like I could just do this and say, yo, I can just say, yo, mum, here's a nice whatever, and then that would make me feel better. Or I can keep like carrying on and believing that something's gonna happen in a certain place, certain way, that'll make that all easier. Not all easy, but all in the way I really want it to be. You know what I mean? But I think best way to explain it, you said earlier, everyone's gonna die. With that theory, with that mindset, why would I do something that doesn't make me happy in this lifetime? Because I don't know what's next. I believe in God, but if we talk about scientific and whatever, I don't know what's next.
But
so why not just be happy in this life with what I'm doing?
That being said, when you make music, and is there music you think, alright then, cool, made 5 tunes, this one will pop the best, this one goes out,
Yeah, wake up.
and you can hold back certain tunes because
They're not ready yet.
they're not ready yet,
Yeah,
and you
yeah.
want people to really gain the response for that one,
Yeah.
and then you can follow out with what you come in with next.
I've got a tune called England's Cold. I made it in 2015. Every time I see my brother, it's like, yo, when's that tune coming out? And I'm like, bro, if I put it out, it ain't gonna get the love it deserves. But it's the levels of a Dead or Dying tune, the same kind of space. And I seen what Dead or Dying has done and is doing. But if that was on a better platform, it would have done more.
Yeah,
and
you
did
wanted
better.
to raise the whole profile.
Yeah, so I've got like about maybe 7 to 8 tunes that I've just never released, and it's just kind of hurt me because it's like I'm gonna do it one day, but whenever I do, I have to re-record it because the volume's gonna be different. I'll be talking about different topics, and some tunes you make for the time, and because of that, like I might in a couple of tunes I've said I'm 24, I'm 26, and it gets confusing.
Yeah.
because that's when I made it for that time.
Yeah.
So don't take it as, oh, this is out today, so you made it last week. No, like half of the tunes on Clean Out's only are 2 years old. Half of them.
Yeah.
Like, I think Release, Rise, White Lies, maybe Jeremy Corbyn are probably the newest tunes on there. The rest
Also,
of
like
it,
Hex as well. Just randomly.
Hex is the
always
coldest.
deserves a big up still.
Forever in a Day. Hex is proper. Hex come my yard yesterday and he cooked me some vegan dish, like not at my yard, but he brought what he made. Raw fire. I think it's like chickpea.
Chickpeas, if you're being vegan, chickpeas are one.
What was it? Chickpea. Trying to remember, man, because callaloo, ackee, and something, and sweet potato and something else. It's like white. Yeah, cool. I don't know what I'm talking about, but yeah, cool. Big up Hex. Vegan gang. That's why I can't disrespect man in it. Like, a couple of vegans still shoot man down.
Oh yeah. So, okay. Since you smarted your way out of the question, so who do you release music for then?
It is me. Like, I don't think I release it for me, and I have people in mind. So, for example, Wake Up, I'm thinking Yardies. I'm thinking people that like Afro beats. I'm thinking young kids that like easy music to follow.
Yeah.
That's what Wake Up was in mind for after I made it, or whilst I was making it. Yeah. So the pattern on there is not too difficult to follow. You know what I mean? Like, I could make it more like Wickedest. Initially, when I made that, it wasn't the easiest to follow. Like, bro, I had trouble even getting the lyric out of my mouth. Never mind following it, bro. Like me, I did Wickedest. Never looked like, you know, whatever. But this is a bit slower, a bit more calm. And it's actually slightly inspirational. Not even trying to be big-headed, but I've had 2 voice notes already. One from my cousin Anton, one from someone on Facebook on Snapchat, saying like, "Yo, I played a tune and I just felt good, man." It's like when you say the part about they will never change us, I just felt like, right, yeah, no one can change me. And I don't think I necessarily meant to do that, but I didn't necessarily not meant to do. You know what I'm gonna say? Like, it's just like I say what's in my head, how I feel. I remember doing the tune. I'm like, no one can make me do Afro beats. No one can make me do whatever. I'm gonna do dancehall the way I do it and rare, and that's why they're gonna never change us. Like whatever in it, that's in there.
So you do more like this? You're gonna do more tunes like this?
I want to, but then the other factor in everything is the beats I get. Is what I'm gonna say. So Hex makes me a lot of beats in it, but at the same time, Hex don't do dancehall music, so I've got to always outsource, and I don't necessarily like doing that because it's like, I'll tell you the truth. You see the whole of like Wickedest thing turn up. So I mean, like all them tunes that One Genre Conqueror, I made money only from performing them and like selling them like by hand. Yeah. No streaming or nothing because I couldn't legally sell them because they were all beats I just found or all beats that Popcorn and Vibes Cartel vocaled. Yeah. Which is a bit annoying because at the time I didn't know, but say at the time I didn't care and I just put it up. I could have put it up and made loads of money, but I also could have been sued. So I just had to take the L basically. You know what I mean? Like, and really treat it like a mixtape. Yeah. As in it's just for the road. You know what I mean?
Nah, but I've said to him, and this vibe, you kill it, you smash it.
Like, it's probably the easiest as well. That's what's weird.
But that's the easiest for
me to do.
You know what I mean? Because it's like Grime's nice and that, but
there's a lot of grime artists.
It's overpopulated.
And it's almost you don't even know what grime is anymore because you got grime artists doing dancehall, doing Afro beats, and vice versa. You know what I mean? Like,
but then it's like you doing this kind of music now, it feels natural because it is natural. It's natural. You get me? Like,
and you know what's mad? Like the day after I made this, Styler G followed me on Instagram, and Rasquami followed me. Basically, lots of Jamaican things have just popped up. And I've been having conversations with, like, Styler G's got a tune called Breadman. I'm gonna put energy out there. I asked him, I was speaking to him, and I said to him, "Yo, let me do a version on that." And he's like, "All right, cool. I'm gonna send it you."
Yeah.
So by putting it out there, so I can do it. Basically, you know what I mean? Like,
I'll tag him as well.
yeah. No, but like he said, I spoke to him, so it should happen. But I just need to just slightly badger him till it happens. You know what I mean? Like,
I'm tagging him in this.
oh yeah, tag him, yes. But strategies, and then he had his show the other day, and it was, from what I could see, it was sick, man. But like, I don't know, man. Like, it's just when things happen, they're happening. It's like, I don't have no formula. I just make things happen. I do stuff. I keep working. I work smarter. I don't stop. I show respect to everyone. These are the things I just constantly live by. I can't be a snaky person. I literally don't have to be one. But the more I'm in like the industry of music, I just see the snaky people. I see the nicest people actually show maybe their true side or a new side. And it's just like, rah, like, do I have to do that? Because I can't do that. I literally, if I do that, I'm going to feel sick and not want to do music. So if I have to be a rapper that's on the up and coming forever, I'm good with that. 100% good with that. But I'm going to make sure that I make differences, whether it's in people's life, whether it's in my mom's life, whether it's in people that listen to this interview or whatever it might be, you know what I mean? Because I don't know, man. Like, I just feel like if I die tomorrow, everything I did behind me, is it justified? Is it blessed? Is it cool? Can I sleep? Is it okay? You know what I'm trying to say? Like, there's a few shaky things still, but like overall it's blessing it. Like
98% is all right.
It's blessed.
That's good. So what's your favourite song?
I said 95, you know. Of mine.
Yeah.
I think it's Dead or Dying, because when I did that tune, bro, like, I haven't explained the feeling,
Kid
bro.
light shining on me. Yeah.
And it almost makes me feel like I'm the sickest singer in the world. Because like, when I do that part, bro, and I have the whole crowd singing it with me, and I just close my eyes for a little bit, yo, it's mad. It feels like a church song with a bit of just road in it, like man, are just going in. But keep the light shining on me. I'm gonna do this till I'm dead, I'm done, yeah. And the part, like when I did it at Powers, and I grabbed my mom, and I was like, I'm 24 years old, and I swear that time's moving. Like when I held her, bro. Yo, bro, in that moment, I just wanted to just stay in that moment, bro, and just be in there and live that. I looked at Spock, so I was like this.
You was there?
Yeah, man, so I was like this.
Were you next to Apostle?
Yeah.
I seen Apostle. I didn't even see it first.
No, but like at that moment,
Yes, that was a magic moment.
it was magic, man. And then I asked everyone. I said, "Can I do it again?" Everyone was like, "Yeah, do it again." Yeah, man. But like, I think it was just a sick time for me, a sick space for me. It's a sick day for me. I bought a house, like the next day kind of thing. Not the next, like the next week. And there's a big change. I can't even explain. A big change. It was scary, but it was beautiful. And it's almost like, yo, rah, no one's really in my head put on a show in Wolverhampton in that space. As in, everyone's involved. Everyone's welcomed. Just come. Yeah. I don't care if you come to see me or the support act. Just come and just understand that there's a bag of talent here, innit? Bam. But then I'm thinking like T-Nation. That was the kind of initial inspiring moment for that, man. But like what was mad for me was the idea that, like, I don't know, man, I feel like I wouldn't come to see Natty C or Zio and if they put on a headline show and say, you know what, that was actually good, or I would just expect it to be good, or I'd expect to enjoy it, like, if that makes sense. But I felt like a couple of people come up to me were talking a bit shaky, not bad, but I took the badness out of it to question it. Yeah. So like, yo, the show was amazing. That was actually good. That actually, I hate that word. Actually, it's like, what you mean actually, bro? Like, I didn't say that to them, but I was thinking, all right, thanks, man. Safe, I appreciate that, man. Follow me on wherever, I don't know, whatever. You know what I mean? And then it just made me think, is that how people move, or is? And then I think you said to me the idea that maybe it's a Wolverhampton thing, or maybe it's just because things don't happen in Wolverhampton. It's like, rah, I enjoyed something in Wolverhampton, so
being from around there, I think we expect an aspect of negativity within everything. From if there's a new supermarket open, or everyone's like, nah, it's gonna fail. They ain't gonna do it. Someone looks at a flyer, nah, that ain't gonna be that.
True.
Wolves getting the Prem, nah, gonna get relegated. Like, it's just everything that, you know what I mean? There's always like negativity surrounded by Wolves. You get me? So it's kind of, you know what I'm saying? That actually, it's really good that like you did the show to support the city. You get me? Because like, but a lot of other people wouldn't.
Then
you know what I mean?
Like recently, I don't know if it's recent, but I've said like, yo, I don't support no one. First of all, I don't have to. That's the first thing. No one has to do anything for anyone else at all. But then to say that I don't, out of everyone, that confuses the hell out of me, bro. Like people that I follow or respect are like Spock, Dread Lester, Tipsy, Apostle. All these people help people. they're not all rappers and stuff, but
Yeah.
I see how they move, bro. Like,
Yeah.
doesn't matter if anyone knows people in it. Like, I'm not, and ironically, it's people that are not artists that I respect in them kind of spaces because they care about community helping,
Yes,
as in like,
yes.
you know, or you know what, we need to get the young people to stop doing that, or
Yeah.
we need to get
No,
people to see
you
it
get
bigger.
mine as well.
You know what I mean?
Springer, hot up Springer.
Bro,
Big up Springer.
bro, Springer.
Yeah.
I don't know, I'm trying to get this right. Springer, and I think DJ Silk, first people to ever support me musically when it comes to DJs. I'm talking when I was 14, doing tunes in my mum's house in the bedroom, and the tunes weren't mixed properly. Like Springer and Silk would and Alvin would book me or whatever, and I'll go stoke and perform at the age of 14 before anyone kind of
Knew who you were.
not even knew who I were, but before it was a thing to perform and
Yeah.
people care about people performing at places. I'm 14, just finished school, laying down rugby, bruv. Like, I don't know what I don't know what lyrics I said. I just know I was doing them things and getting a response from these gal in the crowd at 18. And because I looked a bit bigger, it was all right. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, so I got utmost respect for them three. But there's enough people with them three, 100%. 100% man.
So what? People are saying that you don't support the city. Well, you
People
don't
have
support the
said,
city.
but the thing is, you see, like even me, I'm putting that energy out there. I shouldn't have really done that because this is not like a consensus of the majority. It's probably two people heard say that, but for it to even be said confuses me.
Yeah, you can't really say it. So.
But the thing is now, when saying that, as I said before, it's the problems with that person.
Facts.
It's not you.
Facts.
Yeah.
Because when people do talk like that, oh, you ain't done that for such and such. Yeah, but you're the one concentrating on it, not me. If I feel to do it, I can do as I feel. You know what I mean?
And then who put me in control to make sure people are okay in their life?
Yeah.
Man ain't got out here, bro. Like,
I mean-
man's a calm Jesus now. I was about.
The King of Wolves, isn't it?
I said it.
You said it.
You said it.
I said it just to see people would say it, and everyone keeps saying it, so I'll take that title, 100%.